With all the holes we've made in the timeline, it was bound to split. 2 to 3 or 2 to a west, just know we'll never quit. 23 full years of questing to base for that's, but that's a given. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2007. Welcome back to January 29th, 2007. Thieving. Still happening. Pickpocket. 94 thieving. Well, that is much later. Pickpocketing Hemlod workers. Okay. 333,000 coins from that level. Grab all that out. Up to 2.5 million. Not bad. Definitely continue to need more money. This is all working. We go through an entire inventory of food for that level. Just the amount of hits we took. I'd say we are succeeding at thieving more often. And just knocking them out better. Which makes sense as the level keeps going up here. Next level, 826,000 XP. Alright. And that is officially our highest level, which is also pretty cool. Finally got over the woodcutting that we did before then. So that's nice. Going to be continuing this very, very likely all the way to 99. It's going to be still quite a bit of thieving though. So it's also quite a bit of money, so that's okay. But in between the massive thieving grinds, we also have updates. On February 1st, 2007, behind the scenes. This month will include a new Fremennik quest, a juicy minigame, and a new tower to do all sorts of stuff in. Among all the typical monthly things, post bag, player gallery, knowledge-based stuff, all sorts of what you'd expect. As we continue to get very reliable, frequent updates here. First of those updates for the month is on February 6th, 2007. Once more, we got more Barbarian Assault changes and fixes. There's a lot going on in Barbarian Assault. Very popular before the rewards and such. So, worth continuing to make sure it's doing good. There's now an egg converter for the collector role. Put in your eggs and get different ones. Put in green, you get red. Put the red in to get blue. Blue for green. It's a whole cycle there. Mostly you want the red eggs. Those are the best ones. Depends how you're feeling. And as you level up your collector role, your chance of failure with the conversion decreases, which is also nice. The runes and arrows for the attacker role are now given out in stacks of 50 instead of 15 to speed up that process. Also, you now get death runes, which in theory would have allowed the use of ancient magics. That's why they weren't there in the first place. But now ancient magics are specifically not allowed. Some ice barrages hitting tons of targets at the same time. That'd be pretty powerful. AoEs. Very cool. Well, they might be able to use, probably not Chinchompas, since he needs to use arrows. But it's also just attack style, so maybe. Not going to worry about that. The egg launcher now shows you how many of each color of eggs are available to fire, which is nice to determine what you want to fire at, I suppose. And the room for Wave 10 has changed slightly to stop the runners getting stuck so much. They still get stuck, just a little bit less than before. Elsewhere, bank pins are now required for your player-owned servants to get items from your bank, which makes sense. It is the bank, in fact. Ava's devices no longer work on free-to-play worlds, which is unfortunate for people that are in free-to-play worlds. Not going to collect your arrows anymore. The Ring of Recoil has a right-click, charges remaining, so you can know how much more recoil you have available. And, obviously most importantly, the next quest. Scrolling down and down to the Fremennik Isles. Starts in Roleka. Requires 20 construction, 46 crafting, 56 woodcutting. And the crafting and woodcutting are in theory not required if you are not an Ironman account, because you can just get the various bits. And the 40 agility requirement doesn't really matter until after the quest, but was added as a strict requirement in 2009. Along with probably the other ones also being more strict requirements. So, that's alright. We've got them all very, very easily. So it's not a problem for us. Required items is a raw tuna and 8 ropes. Although, there's also quite a few other things we could get. Lots of the items are actually available during the quest, including the raw tuna and these ropes, so in theory we could pop over there with not very much. We are going to need a pickaxe, axe, knife, a few coins, which we have, no problem. Food would be a good plan. And for some bonus content, an amulet of cat speak. So that should be good. Let's get over there. I also grabbed a hammer, what is going to be a bronze nail, eventually, with this tin and copper, and a harpoon, which will be useful for getting food here. The quest starts with Maria Gunnars and Mord Gunnars. Hello, are you Rekir Rock Crusher? I'm Rock Crusher because of the rock shell. Yes, indeedy. I am, but who are you? I am Maria Gunnars, Mord's wife. You should speak with my husband. He's been looking for you. Okay. Hey, Mord. How's it going? Hello, are you Rekir Rock Crusher by any chance? Well, my name is Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, but I am known as Rekir Rock Crusher by the Fremennik. May I ask who you are? Of course, I am Mord Gunnars, a humble ferryman. I come from an island north of here called Jagex, while my wife, Maria, is from Natisnot. Hello. The king of Jagex has requested that I take you to him. He has an important task for you. Accept. And start the Fremennik Isles. Tell me more about Jagex's history. Need to get information about where we're going here. Well now, the history of the Isles is a bloody tale. When told in its intended form, it takes 9 days and 9 nights. However, I will give you the abridged version. Thanks. Phew. 4 generations ago, there was a mighty king who ruled wisely and was loved by all. He had many sons, most of whom proved themselves in the usual Fremennik ways of fighting, sailing, drinking, and so on. His youngest 2 sons, however, were a problem. Ever since they were old enough to hit one another, they had bickered and fought. Their names were Jagex and Natisnot. Hey, who's telling the story? Ahem. At the time, it was customary for the king's sons to claim a prize from his treasury when they came of age. Each brother rallied support and stood out to confront the other on the field of battle to claim the same prize. The brothers met on the field, limbs were bruised, bones were crushed, and heads clashed. They probably didn't notice the head clashing bit. Too thick-skulled. Can I finish this story without interruptions? Carry on, dear. Anyway, long into the night they fought, till they stood alone facing each other. On the second day, the old king, whose patience was exhausted, strode out onto the field and demanded to know who had claimed his prize. Jagex looked at his father, told him yes, it was his, to which the other called out, no, it's not. And so the argument continued through to the third day, with singing of Ja 'tis so and Nay 'tis not, echoing o'er the field, becoming more hoarse as the darkness enveloped the brothers. Bah, what they need was a good clip around the ear. At the end of the third day, when the brothers lay unable to move, let alone stand, the king stood between them in shame. As punishment for their squabbling, he banished his sons from his realm, ordering that neither should return until they had conquered lands of their own. Jagex set sail with a band of loyal followers, sailing into the east, while Naytisnot went west. Jagex ventured far into uncharted oceans, his crew dwindling as the trials of sailing and sea monsters took them. Jagex' ship limped through the frozen wastes, in need of repairs, fighting off pirates who thought them easy pickings. At last, a promising land was sighted, a rich land in minerals, deep fjords, and sweeping mountains. Jagex claimed the land and named it after himself. A mighty citadel was constructed to protect his land, and Jagex set forth to explore his new kingdom. Crossing a few fjords, Jagex spied an island which remained green and fertile, even at such latitude. With a mighty cheer, Jagex and his men marched on the island. Upon reaching the island, however, they discovered a wooden stockade. Determined to be the master of the land, Jagex stood in front of the gates. He looked up and demanded that those within the stockade surrendered. Jagex was horrified when his brother appeared on the battlements and cried, "This is my land, go find your own." To which his brother replied, "No, it's not," throwing some rocks for good measure. And so the blood feud continued. The fighting between the towns has continued for generations with little sign of improvement. Quite recently, a massive troll army seized one of the islands to the north, while our township's militias were busy fighting one another. They marched down and razed Naytisnot to the ground, while Naytisnot's troops laid siege to Jagex. The smoke damage was atrocious. I had to replace my entire wardrobe. Yes, dear. Anyway, a hasty sort of peace has been agreed until the trolls are dealt with. But you can still see the bitter rivalry as guards hurl insults between the towns. And what about this current king of Jagex? Our benevolent king, Juki Sorvat IV. He is short-tempered, arrogant, and cares little about anything except outdoing Naytisnot's burger. He's not at all like Burger Beauregard. I'm surprised King Sorvat wishes to talk to you. Don't expect much in the way of gratitude. Can you ferry me to Jagex? Of course. He is in fact the ferry guy. Let us check out. New island, new place, new stuff to see. First off the bat, nice fishing spots here along the docks. We got net harpoon, that's sharks there, lobsters, swordfish, tuna, everything you could hope for. And that is why we brought the harpoon, because sharks are available. Also available in Roleka, so either location's fine. Inside the town proper, we got a few facilities, like a bank and anvils, so that's nice. Of course, we don't use the bank. These anvils are very far away from other places, but actually will be useful for us. And before we go talk to the king, let's go looking around town at all the various shops that are here. Well, there's quite a few of them. Got some good stuff. We got Kiba Cotillion. Oh, hello, stranger. From your town you should speak with our ruler, King Juki IV. I want to meet you. He always wants to have a chat with any strangers in town. They could be spies, you know. Spies? Yes, spies from Naytisnot. They're everywhere, apparently. That's what the king says, anyway. So what do you do here? Me? I'm a cook. Fish dishes a specialty. I hate fish, but fish is about all we have. Except for yak, but we're not allowed to eat yak. Why not? Is yak meat bad for you? Certainly not. Yak meat is both sweet and delicately flavored. Yak is juicier than buffalo and elk, but never gamey. Goes wonderfully well with a glass of red wine, and it's healthy too. So why aren't you allowed to eat it? King's orders. They breed and eat yaks in Naytisnot, so we're not allowed to. It's unjust, I tell you. I had a dream last night about a juicy fillet of yak, served on a bed of deep-fried seaweed and topped with a garnish of crumbly yak's cheese. That's a little sad. So do you have any cooked food I could buy? No. It would only be fish anyway. Why would you want to eat fish? Well, I wouldn't mind a few shark and swordfish steaks as backup, you know? If you insist. Sorry the stocks are so low. I just can't be bothered to cook anymore. He's having a hard time. This is the cooked fish store, where they sell not tuna anymore, for some reason. Got some salmon, cod, no more lobsters, and still no swordfish or shark. Well, these stores, in theory, the use is you could sell the things to them for some amount of money. Not gonna do that, though. We got salmon and cod here. Not very good. Well, that's okay. Next, over here in the same building, we have Flossie Dowson. Is there anything I can help you with? Look at your stocks, please. Sure thing. Very quick there. He sells salmon and cod, this time raw. No more lobsters or tuna. Has completely forgotten that he has apparently learned that swordfish exist here. So that's now in this shop for some reason. It's pretty wild. Well, there's 0 stock, so it doesn't actually matter. Same with shark. And the lack of tuna is actually slightly cumbersome. And that is going to be coming up here pretty quickly. Continuing our adventures in this area. We have a shop that's not available just yet. We'll worry about that later. And then smithy shops. And anvils. Scully Marca. If you're new around here, you should speak with our ruler, King Yuki Sorbat IV. Anything else I can help you with? Look at your stock, please. He sells mithril weaponry. Longsword, warhammer, battle axe, claws, and two-hander. And actually in stock. No offhands, obviously, since that doesn't exist. Well, yeah, mithril stuff. Continuing, the shop prices are wildly higher than the actual value because the alch changes and the mining and smith and rework and yada yada. But it's a shop, it exists. Mithril stuff. Which does make a lot of sense, as we will learn later. Next building over, we got Hring. Around here, start to Sorbat. Anything to help you with? Stocks, please. Ores. It's an ore store. Sells copper, tin. No longer sells any iron, silver, coal, or gold. And there's also space in here for mithril and adamantite. Not that those matter too much. Not much of an ore store. Sells copper and tin. Could have skipped the mining the copper and tin, though. That's just here. Oh well. Good to know, I suppose. Not really. Doesn't matter that much. And in the same building here, Ram Uterstein. Hello again. Want to buy some armor? I'll have a look. Mithril armor. Everything you could hope for. Helmets, shields, bodies, and legs. The full accompaniment of mithril equipment. To go with all the mithril weaponry over in the other store there. So, if you want some mithril, this is the place to be. Very good stuff. Let's go talk to the king. He is right in here in his little palace area. He's got his throne, fancy tables, guards. King Yuki Sorbat IV. Guard, who is this Outerlander? An Outerlander? How unusual. Welcome. This is Rakir Rodcrusher, your majesty. Is this true? You are the Outlander who has been given a Fremennik name? You have a human Fremennik name. How unusual. That's Rakpan, the cat here. I am, indeed, I am. Excellent. How may I assist your highness? Well, Outlander, one requires a fish immediately. Behave, Hafran. Behave yourself, human. One shall behave as one likes. I have a task that requires your unique... Will you stop interrupting one? For the last time, one requires tuna immediately. Now, Fran. Now, where was I? You mentioned a task requiring my unique... yes. Your unique position among Fremennik. For goodness sake, one must acquire the mistaken impression from the human rules that the human rules this place. I command you to feed me. Fran, all right, I give in. And about time, too, insolent human pet. Look, could you fetch my cat some fish? Then we can finish our conversation in peace. Yes, that's probably a good idea. Thank you. Fran will only eat raw tuna. Will any raw tuna do? Yes, fussy though Fran is, he doesn't care where the tuna comes from. If you don't already have any, you can catch some down by the docks, or you can buy some from my fishmonger. We'll see, Dachshund. Not true. Down to the docks. Getting a tuna should be very, very doable, especially since we have 88 fish in here. Not the shark spot. Need cage harpoon. We'd also get swordfish, which doesn't help in this situation. We got a very picky cat here. Only wants some tuna. And of course we get the swordfish first. Oh well. We will manage. We could even sell this raw swordfish to the shop, although we don't need to. Not gonna worry about that. One raw tuna. Fresh from the ocean. Very good. You'll love to see it. Hello again, Rakia Rock Crusher. Do you have a piece of raw tuna for a friend? Yes, I have your pet's fish. Won't lower oneself to eat the fish, despite the human's insult. Excellent. You feed and the tuna. One is satisfied with the freshness of the tuna. The humans have acted satisfactorily in this matter. Now, what was I saying? Ah, yes. So the burger of Neitsnot Island is an enemy of free-thinking Chanso citizens. My informants tell me an increased number of trade ships have been seen docking at their ports. They must be preparing for something. Chancellor, fill in the details. Sire, the Kelda merchants have arrived. They're 3 days early. We're not ready. What? We cannot afford to offend the Red Axe traders. Where are they now? They're in the hall, eating and drinking us out of food and beer. It's costing us a fortune. Another good reason to get them their ore and get them out of town. Get all our miners on the job now. I already have. They'll never get enough ore in time. A bunch of lazy, no-good layabouts. Ah, those miners haven't learned their lesson. It may be time for some extra incentives. Wait a minute. I'm fairly handy with a pickaxe. Maybe I can help. What do you need? We need 6 pieces of mithril ore for Keldgrim's merchants. The entrance to our mines are to the northeast of the western gatehouse outside the walls. If I just happen to have the ores needed in the bank, do I need to go down to your mines? If you bring us the ore, we won't ask where it came from. Don't worry, we're discreet. Interesting. I'll get the ore then. I think you'll find that I do not have 6 mithril ore in the bank or anything else. But it's okay, so we can source it locally from the Jagex mines. Right down here. Talk to Ruva Patrol, guard in the mine entrance. Oh, Outlander. What's down the scary-looking staircase? These are the stairs down to the mining caves. There are rich veins of many types down there, and miners too. Though be careful, some of the trolls occasionally sneak into the far end of the cave. Thanks, I'll look out for them. You hear plenty of trolls downstairs. It would be dangerous. Still want to go down? Yep. Trolls. They are over that way. So as long as we don't go over that way, we should be fine. Oh, the miner is dead. This is a more dangerous proposition than they were expecting here, apparently. Yikes. Okay. Mithril. Just all over the place. Mithril. And also coal. Nowadays, there's only the coal and mithril here. Previously, there's also tin, iron, and adamantite. Which does bring up the question of where they're getting their copper ores for the shops, but that's no matter. Very mithril heavy here. And it's actually a very, very good place for us to mine. Because mithril and coal is what is required to make mithril bars. And it's actually correct. And in the correct place, and the correct ores. So, this will be where we train smithing. Probably until the mining and smithing rework, honestly. That's going to be a while. Due to the lack of a furnace on Jessuso, somehow, we will need to be bringing in nature runes to superheat the mithril. And then we have the anvils right there. And we could make mithril equipment and sell it to the stores there, but probably just going to end up making dart tips for fletching XP. Bonus extra things we would want for that. And selling the mithril equipment to the stores would be barely any money anyways, so would rather get the fletching XP. Well, there you go. 6 mithril ore. Easily acquired. While all the other miners are in there dying to the trolls, having a hard time. Returning back to the king and the advisor and everybody here. Successful. Hello again, Rakia Rock Crusher. Do you have all the ore my chancellor requested? I have the ore here, sir. This man has gathered the remaining ores needed by Keldgrim's merchants. Excellent news, your majesty. Please reward this man for his efforts. Of course, your majesty. Thorkel Silkbeard takes 6 lumps of mithril ore and hands us 5,000 coins. Not a bad return for mining some mithril. Love it. Thank you, Rakia Rock Crusher. If only our miners were as efficient as you. Right. Now let's get down to business. Young Rakia Rock Crusher. Let us hope we have no more interruptions. Certainly, your majesty. Naesnant's burger, Monis Buragwar, is a simpleton and a fool. I've bested him before, and will do so again. He is surely plotting a new plan to defeat me. He's up to something. He's always up to something. I will not be kept in the dark about his plans any longer. I must know what underhanded tricks he'll use to undermine me. He's out to get me. Get me, I say. I see, sir. How may I help in this matter? Well, I've heard that some call you Bard in Releka. Your lyre-playing reputation has carried this far. You want me to play the lyre? Well, actually, I've been working on a few tunes in my spare time. I have this new song about silence. I do not wish to hear your wailing. All bards are charlatans and fools. However, a fool is exactly what I need right now. Oh. It's a great tune. Very catchy. You'll love... Bah! Bards are all the same. They never shut up. If I need to be entertained, I'll hire a mime. Maybe I'll get some rest then. Now if you'll listen, I'll explain what I want you to do. In the past, I've sent my spy master to entertain the burger, and see what he can find out. You see, the burger of Naesnant and his aides like a drink when they're being entertained, and their tongues are loose when they drink. However, yesterday my spy had an accident, could no longer help me in this task. However, he is still stationed on Naesnant. So this is a covert operation into Naesnant. You need to infiltrate the burger's hall undercover and uncover his evil plans. Exactly, Rakia Rock Crusher. So, are you interested? Sounds like a task for an elite adventurer like myself. Mission accepted. Excellent, Rakia Rock Crusher. You and I will get on very well. So what's the easiest way to get to Naesnant? I suggest you catch Mord's ferry back to Releka, and then catch a ferry from there. You sure that's the best way? You may find a way across the islands, but the bridges are almost certainly broken, and there are trolls which are a bit of a nuisance. The ferry is probably both quicker and safer. I'll be off then. Oh, there is one more thing. In order to gain an audience with the burger, you'll need my spy master's, costume. Costume? The costume is in my chest. Don't forget to pick up all the pieces. Then travel to Naesnant and talk to my spy master. If he is still over there, he'll fill you in with the details, and you may report to him. Oh, and the spy master is a secretive kind of guy. He will require a password. The password is free stuff, please. What sort of password is that? Don't ask me. It was his idea. Fine. What's his name? His name is Slug Hemligson, but don't expect him to answer to it. So how will I recognize him? Don't worry. You'll find him. The Spy Master outfit from the chest behind the throne here. Search it. Take the Jester's hat. Take the Jester's hat. It's pointy. Take the Jester's tights. They are tight. Take the Jester's top. It's top. And take the Jester's boots. They're, booty. The Jester outfit. It's very silly. Looking the part here. Interestingly, the Jester outfit actually had very nice magic defense. Now it has no stats. So, that's all interesting thing. Travel back to Roleka. And then we can travel over to Nadsnot. Can't just have a boat between the two. The king there would not have been too happy. But here we are on Nadsnot. Some different stuff over here. We got yaks. We've got Arctic pine trees here. New kind of tree. Inside of town, we got a bank. Very nice and close to a furnace. Clay oven. Water source from this geyser. A little further over here, we got a spinning wheel. And then some towers right between the two islands here. You can go up here and see these guys. Watch Shouting Guard. You wouldn't know how to kill a troll if it came up. You wouldn't know how to save a yak if your life depended on it. Yak lovers. Miserable losers. Call out of town, I've seen better hamlets. Your mother was a hamster. And your father smelled of winter berries. We at least have something other than smelly fish. Wooden bridges are rubbish. At least we can cook. Our king's better than your burger. Ja, 'tis so. Nay, 'tis not. Ja, 'tis so. Nay, 'tis not. They're just out here. This is their job. Constantly screaming at each other. From across a little bit of water. You alright? What's going on here? Ah, this is a strange ritual that's been going on for generations. One of our clans stands on this tower and shouts insults at the other side. I'm surprised your burger approves of this sort of thing. He suggested stopping it, but there was resistance from the rest of the village. We find it therapeutic. Alright, better get going then. They got a whole thing going on. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Anyways, we need to find the Spy Master. That's easily accomplished, because he looks like us, wearing the wild jester outfit. And of course, he's only going to respond to the passphrase. Free stuff, please. Ah, Operative Budgie. Welcome to the island. Budgie, that's not my name. You can call me... Shh. No names. Names are necessary. Loose lives cost tongues. Shouldn't that be... Never mind. So, Mr. Hemlin... Shh. Sorry, no names, I forgot. Call me Operative Nighthawk. Aw, how come you get a cool name and I get called Budgie? Can I be Operative Panther? Yeah, like that. Panthers are cool. Rawr. This is not a democracy, Operative. Panther already exists, and he's working on a mission in Al-Kharid. It's my way or the highway. Fine, whatever. I don't care anyway. To business. Here are the details of your operation. You'll infiltrate Burger Borgar's hall, deep undercover as a traveling entertainer. Burger Borgar and his men will spill information for you over the barrels of beer. To get information required from the court of Borgar, you must entertain them. While you are obeying the Burger's instructions, you should listen in on the conversations of his council and make note of what they discuss. When you return, I shall ask you a few questions about what you have learned. Very well. You must wear all 4 pieces of the jester costume without anything in your hands, as the burgher's guards will search you thoroughly. Are you ready to begin? I am ready. Not just like that, you're not. Wear the rest of your kit or empty your hands if you have anything in them. Yeah. One less dragon halberd for the court jester. Seems legitimate. Free stuff. Back through the entire conversation because, of course. Nighthawk. Fine, whatever. Going deep undercover as a traveling entertainer. Burger. Beauregard and his men are known to relax in the presence of a jester and a few barrels of beer. Perfect. Ready? I am. Indeed, you look very dapper in your costume. Thanks. Beginning to think that this spy malarkey is not as cool as I thought. You're ready to entertain the burger. Good luck with your mission, Operative Budgie. Stay alert. When you're done, come back and talk to me to give your report. I'll make sure the king is informed. In to the door here. We got Jing Upson, Trogan Kronegard, Fridliv Shieldson, Thrak Rad Sigmundson, and Monis Beauregard. Hello? I'm an unemployed jester looking for work. Ah, a fool. Excellent. The last entertainer I had was not up to standard. Well, I'm as entertaining as a juggler with a bag of ferrets down his trousers. Now that's funny. I like an appreciative audience. Shall I start? Oh yes, of course. Bag of ferrets, eh? We begin our jesterin. Well, new jester, this had better be good. I hope I can amuse and delight as much as your last jester. If you can amuse or delight me at all, you'll be doing much better than the last one. Actually, his juggling was quite funny. Sure about the accident, though. Bah, if he'd been a decent juggler, he could have juggled that battle axe, flaming torches, and greased pigs we threw at him. I see. A tough crowd, then. I better get this right. Pie in the face. Oh, this is way over here. When do we assault the caves? Pie in our face here. Can be ready in 2 days. Juggle, fool. Wonder what's for dinner. Good, my recruits are almost ready. Pie in the face. How many militia have you trained? Pie in the face. 17 so far. Skip, fool. More shields will be completed by noon. And the armor? Jig, you fool. I'll finish the armor tomorrow. Jigging around. And the 2 bridges we need repaired. Juggle, fool. Don't you want plenty of beer? Fix those as soon as I can. Juggle. Pie in the face. And there you go. We entertained them. Listened into all their different conversations. Oh, thank you. That was much better than the last jester. Thanks. Get our information back to Operative Nighthawk. Have you obtained the information we require? Yes, I have. Now I'll ask you some questions, but be warned I have other sources of information that will collaborate your answers. I'm ready to answer your questions, Operative Nighthawk. How soon does Thekran think Nansat's troops can be ready? Can be ready in 2 days. How many militia have been trained? That would be 17. How many bridges does Thekran need repairing? Just the 2 bridges need to be repaired. I believe you're telling me the truth. I would not lie to you. Well done. I shall inform the king of your good work. I've been authorized to give you this. Slug Emerson hands you 2,500 coins. Thanks to you, we know a little more about Nathon's plans. While you're deep undercover, I received instructions from Big Daddy. Big Daddy? Do you mean the key? Sure, yes. I mean the head operative back at home base. He's given me permission to follow up any leads based on your intelligence. It'd be useful to know exactly when the NASA engineers intend to repair the bridges. I do it myself, but my injury stops me. You can indeed see he has a broken arm here. Curse this arm and my reckless bravery in the pursuit of intelligence. Heard you had an accident while juggling? Misinformation, my boy. Misinformation and misdirection. Is that so? Anyway, enough chit-chat. You should gain the trust of the burger. You must not mention our arrangement. Indeed, if you're offered tasks by Nadsnot's folk or burger, you should go along with them to avoid arousing suspicion. Once you know that the bridges have been repaired, then return to me. Oh, I'd take off your jester's costume off first, if I were you. A reasonable idea. Don't want to arouse all the suspicion. While we're here, we are going to smelt the bronze. That's an extra inventory space and all that. No anvil here. That's over in Janso, because of course it is. Anyways, back in here. Talk to the burger. Guard, who is this outlander who has been brought before me? Sire, this is one who has been honored with a Fremennik name. A rare honor indeed for an outlander. You jest. He doesn't look that impressive to me. Ahem, I am indeed known as Rakir Rock Crusher by those in Malacca. If I am the one you seek, then how may I assist you? Well, I've sought an audience with you for several days now. I have need for a courageous and valiant individual. One who will not flee at the sight of just a few trolls. Ha! It is trolls that fear me. I am Fremennik. Ha! Well said. However, this is no jesting matter. Although a Fremennik name goes a great way towards gaining my trust, I must ask that you prove yourself loyal to me and my kinsfolk. Sire, surely that isn't necessary. Anyone who's passed the trials of manhood can be trusted. Trust me, Fridleaf. I think in this case it is necessary. Anyway, there are many tasks that need to be done. Some of them are menial, and Rakir Rockcrusher needs to show me that he can handle these as well as the ones that simply require bravery. We on Nance are warriors. We are not just warriors. I apologize for speaking out of turn. The burger is wise as always. I'd be honored to assist you and your tribe, Burger Borogai. Indeed, I expected no less. This sort of thing seems to happen to me a lot. Good. Nekran, which tasks remain? There are a few building projects that could do with a strong extra hand. Well then, Rakir Roundcrusher, are you willing to assist my engineer? Of course, Manus Borogai. The bridges to the Troll Islands need repairing if we are to send a party over. First of all, we'll need 8 lengths of rope. Maybe Rakir Rockcrusher could assist me with this. It's quite simple, really. Gather some yak hair and take it to the spinning wheel in the southeast of the village. Then you'll be able to spin the yak hair you have gathered into strong lengths of rope. Is any rope fine for this? Of course not. It's not. Rope is the best. Runemen use yak rope. You need to make the rope yourself. The rope I've seen around here looks exactly the same as the rope I'm used to. It's exactly the same, isn't it? Well, yes, of course it is. We supply rope to all the rope traders in Gillinor. It's an excellent business. Anyway, once you've obtained this rope, we shall speak more on the quest I have for you. So, get a move on. We're going to see if canceling out of that dialogue works for us. Yep, perfect. Talking a lot about going and making the rope here out of yak hair. We can totally do that. Kill these yaks. Yaks used to be a pretty good training spot because they had a lot of health. Nowadays they don't have a lot of health, which very much defeats the purpose of a training spot. They're also not aggressive like rock crabs, but they had enough health to make up for it. Not a good training spot at all, currently. What we need? 8 yak hair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Eat a shark. That's a lot of hair. Another piece of hair. And then we can bring this over to the spinning wheel. Yak hair into rope. Spinning wheel. A little bit further this way. Not terribly far from a bank or anything, but it gets the job done. Making rope. New thing we can do here. Amazing. So, 8 pieces of rope. Inventory space. Becoming slightly problematic here. We can always drop the jester stuff. Get it back from the chest. Back in Jagex zone. We'll worry about that as we need to. But now that we have the rope, we can get the other dialogue option here. Islander, it's me, I'm here. We need help. I'm a Fremennik, kinsfolk, trust his manhood. Which tasks remain? What will help? As it happens, I'm carrying enough rope on me right now. That's a coincidence. It is. Do you normally carry all that rope around with you? No. I have a feeling I need it. In technicality, officially here, they said that we needed to bring the rope, and we stopped the last dialogue, and then everyone in here forgot who we were for a while. Makes a lot of sense. Finishing dialogues really is necessary quite often, or you're not actually progressed to the next stage of things. I just thought I needed some rope. Are you some kind of seer? Not exactly. Hey, not some sort of witch, are you? May I have trusted you too much. No, it's just a coincidence. I spend my time trading rope. Yes, that's right. I'm a rope trader, and I just happen to have my wares on me. You came to the home of all rope to sell us rope. What a load of rope. You asked for it. Do you want this rope or not? All right, then. Let's have a look at this rope, then. You show the rope. To Burger. There's Sigmason. Hands you 1,000 coins. Good work. We'll need that rope later, so I put it in the bank for now if I were you. No. So I've done your menial task. What is the secret quest? That's what really interests me. Ma, you are both impertinent and impatient. I have 2 more tasks for you to do before I'm willing to tell you the full details. Very well. What must I do next? Lakran? I require 8 Arctic pine logs, which have been split in 2. Arctic pine grows around the village, and woodcutting stumps are positioned nearby, and split the logs on them. I see, that shouldn't be a problem. Once you have 8 pieces of rope and 8 pieces of split logs, explain how you can use them to repair the bridges that the trolls attacked a few days ago. Well then, Rakir Rock Crusher, you're willing to assist my engineer. I'd be happy to help your kinsfolk, Honest Burgwire. Ah, a bit more respect. That's better. I shall speak to you again once you have prepared these split logs. Okay. And so begins the inventory management portion. We need 8 split logs. That is 8 logs that have been split. So we need to chop 8 logs from these trees. The ones inside have fences around them. They're more decorative. We got our bronze hatchet, but technically the mithril one on our tool belt, but we don't worry about that. Chop down 8 logs here. Again, shouldn't be too bad with our 93 wood cutting. We definitely have reasonable stats. It's definitely working out quite nicely. Still more training we could do in various aspects, but it gets the job done for the most part. Except for rune crafting. Rune crafting needs some work. But I've got a plan for that. It's coming up reasonably soon, too. I mean, not really. Eventually. Eventually we'll be doing some rune crafting. And also eventually it'll be another trivial skill. Herblore. Herblore is the big problem. Another thing to worry about in the future, though. For right now, we're just chopping some logs. And then we need to juggle some stuff on the ground, because we don't want the ropes to disappear. Because we also need the ropes for what we're doing here. Chop 1 more log here. Should be great. There you go. And we will juggle these on the ground while we get the ropes. And then I think we're going to need all these at the same time, which is slightly problematic. Rope. And drop the ropes again. Pick up the logs again. And then use the logs on this stump here. Or not. Use logs on this stump. Split and stump. Use a knife on the logs. Can't fletch that. How do I split these logs? Where's the splitting station? There's a geyser. Hammer the logs? Light the logs? No. These are just regular tree stumps. How do we the logs? Are they split logs I had asked you to make? No, I still don't have them. Spell 8 Arctic pine and then split the logs in 2 with a hatchet. Okay, with a hatchet then. Hatchet. Nothing happens. Where is the spot to do this? Should be in the middle here. I've moved it around. Okay. Looks like the only woodcutting stumps are now over here. We need to cross this other bridge. There's no pile of logs here. Don't worry about that. The guards are trying to fight the trolls here. That's fine. Cut. Split logs on the stump here. And it is woodcutting. Using our axe. Perfect. I think this was in the town before. Well, that's okay. We got the ropes sitting on the ground. We drop these? Yes, we can. A little bit of inventory management. We will get it done. It all is going to work out fine. There's a bit of walking across the bridge there. Other bridges are the ones that need fixed. We'll drop these. Pick up the ropes. Make sure those don't despawn. And then drop some other things. Try to make space for the logs here. That should work. Got all the pieces. I need 8 split logs that here asked you to make. I have them right here. That was fast. Back here, Rock Crusher has returned with the split logs you asked for. Please reward him for their efforts. Here, Sigurdsson, 1,500 coins. Good work. Now you have both the ropes and split logs. I shall explain how to go about repairing the bridges. Once this is complete, I'll explain the quest I have for you. Okay. Very well. What must I do next? Akran, could you explain what needs doing next? I'd like you to repair the 2 bridges leading to the northern isle. To repair each bridge, you will need 4 pieces of rope, 4 split logs, and a knife. Very well. I shall get on with that now. You can find a bridge to a small isle rich in resources. You'll not be able to repair it, as I have still to replace the main supports. Leave that bridge. We don't need it to make our raid. I shall speak with you again once we've repaired the bridges. Okay. So now, we need to go even further north to another island. It's going to be a little bit of run back and forth here. Picking up stuff, moving around. Gets the job done. The northern islands, which are with the broken bridges, are a little bit more dangerous. Because here we've actually got enemies and problems and stuff. Just drop our stuff here, go pick up this. All this would be easily accomplishable with nothing else in the inventory. Because it is 17 things at the same time, between all the logs and ropes. Technically, we could also just drop 4 logs and 4 ropes, and then that would be just fine, honestly. Because then we could repair a bridge, go get more ropes and logs, repair the other bridge, without having to constantly drop everything. That's alright. Repair the bridge. Make our way across. Use the ropes and the logs. Repairing the bits. Make sure it's connected correctly. Looking good. All the way across here. Repair this part too. Repair, repair, repair. Got all these log piles. Nothing yet. And then walk right back across. The nice. Good bridge. Go pick up all the other things. And make our way to the other side here. Where we got more honor guards, fighting more trolls. It's a dangerous place to be. Repair, repair, repair. There's the island that is still broken. Can't go there. Bridge is completely busted. We can repair these bridges, though. And that's getting the job done here. Using up all the various pieces. Fix, fix, fix. Good stuff. Good stuff. And then walk right back across. Not getting any aggro from all the trolls, which is also a pretty big win. Not gonna lie. Make our way back to the burger. Another thing we've accomplished. We've fixed some bridges. Good to have some fixed bridges. Like the tower guard for Jagex was saying, they've got stone bridges over on their side. Slightly more durable. There you go. Alright, back in here. Ho there! Have you repaired both bridges for my engineer? I have carried out your orders, sir. Excellent. We're one step closer to putting my plan into action. Now the bridges are repaired, I feel I can tell you of our plan. First, I shall have my engineer reward you for your efforts. Marquis of Rockcrusher has repaired both bridges. Please reward him for their efforts. That rad. That is most generous of you, sir. We are generous folk here over on Nance Knot. And Citizen hands you 1,500 coins. Good work. Now that you've repaired our bridges, I can make the final preparations for our assault on the Troll Caves. Troll Caves! Long ago, the ancestors of this isle fought heroically against the troll menace upon these isles. For the last few generations, we've been preoccupied with fighting our neighbors on Jagex. In our complacency, the trolls have grown in number and strength, and become increasingly brazen in their raids, attacking our kinsfolk, stealing and destroying our belongings. Now the time has come for us to drive the trolls from this isle. We must defeat their leader, the foul Troll King. Although I'm confident we'll be victorious, I am a cautious man. We have suffered for many generations, and the blood of our ancestors grows weak. But now, in this time of prosperity, Fremennik has recruited the bravest Fremennik warriors from far and wide to win back our honor. Now that you have proven your loyalty, I offer you the honor of leading my forces into battle. What say you, Rakir Rockcrusher? I'm honored, Burgai. I gratefully accept your offer to lead the charge against your foes. Excellent. Once Fremennik's militia arrive and are fully equipped, we shall head north into the Troll Caves. Glory to the Fremenniks. Death to the trolls. I have one last concern. I suspect that King Zorvat may have some idea we intend to make this raid. I'm afraid that may be true, sire. If he and his men were willing to aid us in this task, that would not be a problem. However, I suspect that Zorvat will see our actions and misinterpret them. He may well attempt to prevent us. I need to know the extent of his knowledge, so I my plan. Mercure Rockcrusher, I suspect that you may be able to help us here. I find underhand methods distasteful. However, I ask you to go to Jagex and find the king's plans by whatever means you are familiar with. I can do this, sire. Do you need anything from me to help you? No. I believe I already have all the contacts that I need. Excellent. Then make your way with haste. Alright. We're playing both sides, so we always win. Back to Jagex. Go talk to the king, which is very, very easily done. We have the very convenient ferry system. Technically, before this, we wouldn't have even been able to take the overland path between the two cities here, since we had to go and repair the boats, or repair the bridges to that island. But now, we could technically run through all the trolls. It would be an awful idea, but we could. Running through the trolls is later. Anyways, back to the king here. Report on the situation. Have you gathered the information about when Nance bridges will be repaired? I have, sir. They have been repaired. Outrageous! How are they working so rapidly? The Fremennik are a very resourceful folk, your majesty. That may be. We're very different from the vermin of Nance. We must amass our troops immediately. We must be ready for Nance's army to attack us. Your majesty? Chancellor, how are the city's coffers? we'll need to pay for weapons and food for our soldiers. Would you like the financial report now, sir? Once we have paid for all the supplies I have ordered, Your Royal Highness, then the coffers will be at their lowest ebb for some time. However, if we tighten our belts and delay your plans for extra defenses, then... What? That's not acceptable. How am I supposed to run this city when I'm surrounded by incompetence? Now more than ever, we need to protect ourselves from the threat of Neatsnot. This is a time of national crisis. Every citizen of Janso must bear the burden of protecting our homes. If it means that we, as citizens, we must sacrifice some luxuries for the good of Jagex, then it must be so. We must raise more taxes. But we've already collected island taxes this month. We'll never persuade anyone to pay it, even if everyone is surviving on coppers as it is. Yes, well, whatever. Needs must think up a new tax. A new tax? I'm not sure that's such a be quiet, serf. Hey, you. The king ignores your protest. Yes, I was having a discussion with King Vargas the other day. He was saying some places have taxes for all kinds of things. Fur taxes, blueberry taxes, tea taxes, playing card taxes. All we need to do is pick something that lots of people have. How about a window tax? We have windows on the island. A window tax? Yes, that's an excellent idea. I now institute a new window tax. Every building with windows. Other countries have window taxes. We need them as well. What? I'm not sure I agree with... How am I going to sell this one? Well, you better find a way, and fast. Oh, Rakir Rockrusher, you seem like someone who gets things done. I now appoint you official tax collector of Janetso. Why would I want to be a tax collector for a... Did you say something? Shh, please. Whisper, Rakir Rockrusher. For both our sakes, just agree. Otherwise, he'll get into one of his moods. Who knows what he'll pronounce? Rakir Rockrusher, I command you to refill the royal coffers. Thorkel will work out the details. You hear Thorkel muttering to himself under his breath. How is this island supposed to develop if we keep spending all our money on his paranoid schemes? Thorkel, can you tell me about this taxation? You need to speak with some of the citizens of Janso and collect their taxes. Count the number of windows on each building and tax the people who work inside 1,000 per window. The only people who earn any real money in the island are the shopkeepers. Soldiers clearly do not need to be taxed, as paying soldiers' wages is part of the reason for the tax in the first place. Once you've finished collecting the taxes, come and speak to me again. Thorkel Silkbeard hands you an empty money bag, which bears the symbol of King Servat IV. Thank you for helping our fine city, Rakir Roundcrusher. Yay. Taxes! Woo! Okay. In here, yeah, go around counting windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've been appointed by the king to collect taxes. More taxes? How depressing. I'm afraid the king has instituted a new window tax to pay for the defense of the realm. It's 1,000 GP per window. Taxes per building, so only one of you have to pay. Why should I pay window tax when I don't want any windows? I'm more than happy staring at blank walls. How much money are we supposed to pay? 5,000. Seems like a lot of money for some windows. Tax does seem a little harsh on you. But rules are rules. Pay up. Captain Kelly puts 5,000 GP in the tax bag. Woo! Okay. This area. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows again. Talk to... We got... Guess right? Also, here's the red axe guys here. Brent Grunt. It's tax time, I'm afraid. But we only paid our island tax last week. Afraid the king has instituted a new window tax. 1,000 GP per window. What? How much do you want? 5,000. Seems like a lot of money for some windows. The tax does feel a bit harsh on you. Suppose I could pay the tax for you. Thank you. Thank you. I owe you one. You put 5,000. Honestly, we could just fund this ourselves. It would not be a problem. Hey, Brent. Why are you still here? Well, it seemed rude not to finish the food they gave us. Feel free to leave it. Please leave. I'll just finish the roast off. They're having a good time. Next. Building with windows. Got this one here. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6 windows for Scully. Tax time. Paid the tax last week. Window tax. What? How she want? 6,000. I got money from windows. Rules. Pay up. Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 windows on this one. That's unfortunate for them. Having 8 windows. Appointed by the king to collect taxes. That was done for the month. Ratings, new window tax. 1,000 GP per window. Bill on a basis, only one you needs to pay. You're expecting me to pay tax for these windows? They're not windows, they're holes in the wall. Ah, how much do you want? 8,000. Seems like a lot. Doesn't seem harsh, but pay up. Just out here, making friends. Making friends. Boy. A normal tax bag. Lovely stuff. Collected the window taxes as instructed. Excellent. Chancellor, we must have enough money to pay for new equipment. Chancellor Silkbeard checks the bag. Not quite. Again, brave Jasso citizens, sacrifices must be made. Yes, sire. Any ideas, anyone? How about beer? Beer? No, that's a silly thing to tax. No, that would really cause a riot. Beer, beers, beards, beards. Beards. Only the king and his advisors should be allowed untaxed beards. Now proclaiming there to be a new tax on beards. So now you want me to collect money from everyone that has a beard. I'm not sure whether to laugh or cry. About mustaches? Oh yes, tax those too. Of course you do, sire. Beard tax. Here's Eric. Hello, I'm the tax collector. Taxing beards, and I can't help noticing you have a beard. What? I'm a beggar. Do I look like I have any money? Look, take everything I own, why don't you? Beggar throws a cabbage at you, with disdain. Thanks. Maybe I don't need to tax you. No, take it. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna eat his cabbage. Aye! Ah! Hey, I'm back. For more tax. I cannot take any more of this. What ridiculous thing is worthy of taxation this time? It's beards this time. According to my books, you owe 1,000 GP. I don't have a beard. I have a finely waxed mustache. I'm definitely not beardy at all. I'm afraid all facial hair counts for tax purposes. Surely facial hair should be taxed on percentage of the face covered, in which case I should owe no more than 20% of the tax that wild-bearded Fremennik men pay. Sorry, facial hair is facial hair, and is liable for taxation. No arguments. That's not fair. Rules are rules. Pay up. 1,000. My faith in humanity has been sapped again. Thanks for that. Here, take the money and get out of my sight. Yeah. Back for more tax. I should have guessed. King has declared it's time to tax facial hair. My books, you owe 1,000. Please no, I have a wife and 7 kids to support. Pay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Things are not looking up for Jagex. Things are not looking up. Back for more tax. No more. This is an outrage. It is a bit, isn't it? Still, he's your king, not mine. Oh, thanks a lot, friend. What's it this time? Don't ask me why, but this time it's beards. 1,000. What? This is the last straw. My father wore a beard. My father's father wore a beard. Many generations of Fremennik have worn beards with pride without having to worry whether his pride and joy would cost him money. A beard is the core of Fremennik's identity. It's the gateway to his soul. It is... Alright, I get the idea. But rules are rules. Pay up. You owe the stay 1,000. Money in the bag. Oh my goodness. Hey. I return once more. I would say I'm happy to see you, but that would be a lie. Well, I can't blame you, since I need to tax you again. What weak excuse for sucking his populace dry is the king come up with this time. This time the king has decided to tax facial hair. According to the books, you owe 1,000 GP. Well, it's holy, this is a travesty. You may have a point there. But rules are rules, pay up. Indeed, it is a travesty. Back for tax. No more, haven't we suffered enough? I sympathize. It's been a very taxing day for me as well. Your lame attempts at humor do not save me money. Come on, break it to me gently. What's it this time? This time the king has decided to tax facial hair. According to books, you owe 1,000. I don't have a beard. Yes, you do. No, this hair is just an extension of my head hair, but is currently not being taxed. Yeah, right. No more excuses. Aw, come on. Be a gent. Pay up. We are a nuisance. More the king's a nuisance. It's a problem. Clearly, very much a problem here. I've taken money from those with significant facial hair. Good, good. Chancellor, how do our finances look now? Silkbeard checks the bag a second time. Thank the gods, we finally have enough. Ah, much better. I always find the sound of gold coins being poured into the treasury relaxing. Yes, I don't think your citizens would have coped with another round of tax. I have another task for you. Your espionage mission was so successful, I need you to do the same thing again. Except this time, I want you to find out more about the bridge repairs they've been doing. Bridge repairing? Indeed. I've heard rumors they've been getting some help from somewhere. Really? I wonder who? You better find out quickly. Get on it. Go to Nance now with all haste. The Spy Master will have the details, as last time. Yep. Yep. Spy Master time. Got our clothes on again here. We're just out here, gesturing wildly. It's a good time. We really look the part. No halberd, though, obviously. That is not proper gesture material. It does look pretty good, though. And back to... it's not... It's a very convenient travel system here. It works nicely. Alright. Back inside here. Talk to Operative Nighthawk. Right back here. Hey there. I'm sure you know what I require of you by now. You must entertain the ruler of Nansat while listening to conversations of his council. When you return, I shall ask you a few questions about what you've learned. That should not be a problem. As wear all 4 pieces of the jester costume and nothing in your hands, as the various guards will search you thoroughly. Well, I've got the ridiculous costume on again. Excellent. Time to visit the burger and get gesturing. It's what I do. Well, it's one of the things that I do. I do a lot of things. I'm back. Ah, good timing. Just thinking I needed a bit of light entertainment. We do our best. Okay. Ah, back again. Hope you've got a new act. Of course, sire. I assure you, this act will be somewhat different. Get on with it, then. Juggle, fool. So, what do you think of the burger's champion? He seems honorable and courageous to me. Juggle, fool. What about his collaboration with King Sorvine? Jiggy, fool. Well, I trust what kind of is well enough. And champion did help repair your bridges. Skip. Yes, well, how are your militia doing? Have them anchored near Exeteria. Skip, fool. And I shall sail the potions to them tonight. Then we're ready to launch our raid. At dawn, talk to the puppet, fool. Absolutely. Long live Burger Bogar. I've seen better jesters. And the troll will be short-lived. Pie in the face. And we're done. Okay. There you go. Well, thank you. That was much better than the last jester. Thanks. Okay. Another successful operation. Ready to make your report, Rekir? Yes, I am. Now I'll ask you some questions. Be warned I have other sources of information that can corroborate your answers. Ready to answer your questions. Where are Nadsnot's militia? They're in a secluded bay near Exeteria. What will Fakir deliver to Nadsnot's militia tonight? They'll be given some potions. Who has been helping Burger Monas Borgar? I have been helping Nadsnot. It was me. That's very interesting. I believe you're telling me the truth. I would not lie to you. Clearly not. Well, here's your fee. 2,500 coins. Right here. Better go talk to the king, so to want to discuss your intelligence. Uh-huh. That's one way to put it. What a thing. What a situation. And back on the boats again. It works. It works. Maria Gunners. Moored Gunners. And we're back to Jagex. Very good. Very good. Okay. Door still open? Looks like it. Alright. Heard you wanted to talk. I have just one final task before you leave, Rakir Rockcrusher. Guards, secure the doors. So you admit that it was you who repaired Nansenon's bridges? I was following your orders, sir. I was given strict instructions to go along with Manus Burgar's orders while investigating their island. As I told your fool of a spy master, Nansenon's militia are not going to attack you. Then why does Manus Burgar amass an army? It's no army Nansenon has trained, but a raiding party, sire. Manus Burgar's goal is to see the leader of the trolls beheaded. Do you take me for a fool, Rakir Rockcrusher? It's all lies! You must have been brainwashed by my cousin. He is evil and wants to destroy me. Ja, 'tis so. Ja, 'tis so. Right. That's it. I've had enough. No more lying. No more biting my tongue. Do I take you for a fool? Yes, I do. You are so paranoid about Nansenon that you're running this island into the ground. Nansenon is not going to attack Jagex. I'll say it again, to try to force it through your thick skull. Nansenon is not going to attack Jagex. They don't care about Jagex. They care about the trolls and the Troll King, who are the real threat to the islands. You're so obsessed with your cousin, however, that you stick your head in the sand whenever it comes to the trolls. But I'm not sure it matters, since I think there's a good chance that you will destroy this village long before the trolls get here. You do not have to dress in a jester's costume to act the fool. Your royal crown is more than enough. No one has ever talked to me like that before. Maybe if they had, you wouldn't be in this mess. I should have you beheaded. I'd like to see you try. So it seems that my cousin's plan is to demonstrate his superiority by killing the Troll King. I cannot let that happen. I will not let him steal the glory. You haven't listened to a single word I've been saying, have you? We amass our forces now. There's no time to lose. At dawn, my men will march upon my ancestor's nemesis, the Troll King. Do you even know where to find the Troll King? Your warriors are underfed and tired, your weapons inadequate. You don't stand a chance. Join with your brethren, and you may share the glory, and perhaps find a way to make peace between your islands. I'm sure the burger would be glad for your aid. Bah, don't be ridiculous. He would just stab me in the back and claim the glory himself. My brave warriors will find the Troll King and slay him first. How could they not? They are Jagex warriors, not scum. You'll deliver my decree to Burger Manus Burgar. You shall inform him that my troops attack the western troll caves at dawn, and that his interference shall be considered an act of war. Long live Jagex! Long live me! Fine, I give up. I will do this final task for you. After that, you're on your own. May the gods be with your troops. They're going to need it. Fine, take this decree and go. King Sorbat hands you a document. Royal decree. Alright. Well, over here we're actually going to remember that we need to make this nail. It's an important thing. Got the hammer ready to go. Bronze. Nails. Only need one. Actually making 15. So this is perfectly fine. Gets the job done. Okay. This has been an entire mess over here. They've literally got not much going for them besides the fish and the mines here. Taxed out the wazoo. King is insane, basically. It's a problem. It's a problem. We've done what we can. We've done what we can. Honestly, we really could just take over large portions of the world ourselves at this point. We're just gonna show up be richer than entire nations, stronger than entire armies. We're pretty wild like that. My militia are en route from Merleka. Have you found out anything about Janso's plans yet? I have, sir. I was instructed to give you this decree by King Sorbat. You hand King Sorbat's document to Manus Brogar. King Sorbat has spies that have learned of the troops you have trained. Until recently, they believed that you plan to assault their town. The paranoid fool. It would bring great shame upon my family to break the truce that was signed between King Sorbat III and my father. Now that Janso's spies have learned of your plans to attack the troll caves, King Sorbat is raising his guards to assault them himself. I believe he plans to depart before you can be ready. Well, if he thinks the folk of Naesnot could be intimidated by his threats, he'd best be ready to accept defeat. Blasted spies! How can King Sorbat call himself a Fremennik when he resorts to such dishonorable tactics? We have no time to lose. Freeleaf, please guide Rakir Rockcrusher through the traditions laid down by our ancestors. Once you have completed these rites, I shall appoint you the head of my raiding party. Indeed, it is written in the sagas of Naesnot that the champion of the Isle must equip himself with the tools of a Fremennik warrior. I have to act as guide to Rakir Rockcrusher during the traditional rites. Very well. What do these rites entail? Firstly, you must equip yourself with the traditional armor of Naesnot. You will need to cull several yaks in order to craft yourself a suit of yak hide armor. Once you have a few pieces of yak hide, return to me and I shall cure them for you. Then I will give you instruction on how this hide may be crafted into a thick jerkin, ideal for protecting yourself from the granite clubs that the trolls of these isles prefer to wield. Thank you, Freeleaf. Return with these yak hides soon. Okay. Yaks. They're useful for a lot of things. You can make armor, you can make rope, all sorts of good stuff. So I'll hit them with my halberd. It's very effective. And get the yak bits. That'd be good to have here. Take a hair, some hides. That would also be a good time to go to the crafting store here with Drifnir Ordersteiner. Hello there. Like to see the goods I have for sale? Yes, please. Why do you have so much wool in your store? I haven't seen any sheep anywhere. Ah, I have contacts on the mainland. I have a sailor friend who brings me crates of wool on a regular basis. What do you trade for it? Rope, of course. What else can we sell? Fish would go off before it gets so far south. Where's all this rope go? I don't remember the name of the place very well. Draenor, something like that. That's very interesting. Thanks, Jeffrey. Trading wool for ropes, they say. Ned has some explaining to do. Is there a bronze nail in this spot? Probably not. We're not too worried about that. What we need is the needle and some thread. Oh yeah, it's not supplies. They got all these balls of wool, which is pretty great. They've got axes, which would be nice for chopping the trees here, doing all that stuff. Yeah, no nails. Yeah, knife, hammer. Good supply of stuff. Anyways, go make a rope here, because we're going to need that. And it should be good. Spin the spinning wheel. Make a rope. There we go. And we need to get the hides tanned here. Crafting goods with Heckrad. Cure my yak hide, please. Cure yak hides for a fee of 5 GP per hide. Sure thing. Do it all. There you go. And then you need to cull several yaks in order to craft yourself yak hide armor. That's in field to the west. We're gonna roll. Let's see a few pieces of yak hide. Return to me. Should kill them for you. Let's cure it. And normal needle and thread will be needed. Craft the yak leather into the same way as any other leather. Thanks. Simple and effective. Needle and thread. We're gonna make one top using 2 hides. And 1 legs using 1 hide. There you go. Have you completed your suit of yak armor? Thakran has helped me to complete the traditional armor of a Fremennik warrior. Excellent news. Now you just have 1 more item to craft, and I can appoint you as leader of my warband. They may lead our raid against the trolls. The final piece of traditional arms is a large Fremennik round shield. This will be able to deflect the large rocks that some of the trolls like to throw at you. How may this be crafted? You'll need 2 Arctic pine logs, a length of rope, and some bronze nails and a hammer. When you have all of these, you should find the tree stump outside of town. You'll be able to hammer together the shield. Thank you. Should return with the shield soon. Okay. Logs. Rope. Nail we just made. Very, very doable. One thing we need to be conscious of here is the fact that this is, in fact, a shield. And we have a halberd, which is two-handed. We'll see if we can get away with it. Worst case scenario, we will teleport out, go get, like, dragon mace or something. But in theory, we should be okay. Cross back over here to make the shield. Nice, sturdy bridges. All these guys are trying to get to this one troll. They're having a hard time. Fremennik round shield. There you go. Chopping it and making it. So we've got the Yakite armor, the Fremennik shield. Looking pretty good. I would say that the rock shell is also a fairly effective set of Fremennik armor. But this actually has defensive properties against the trolls. Deflecting melee blows off of the Yakite, deflecting rocks with the shield. It's pretty good. Take less damage, in theory. Have you completed your final piece of your Fremennik garb? Relief has helped me complete the traditional shield of the Fremennik warrior. Excellent work, Rakir. There's little more for me to say. You have proven your worth to my kinsman, and I, but must continue with the traditions. So, do you, Rakir, solemnly swear to uphold the virtues of courage and honor? The crowd whispers in your ear. Just repeat what I say. I, Rakir, swear to uphold the virtues of courage and honor. I, Rakir, swear to uphold the virtues of courage and honor. Then it is done. I hereby anoint Rakir as champion of Neadsnot. Praise be. May the blood of our ancestors flow strongly in our new champion. Welcome to the clan of Neadsnot. You shall be welcome in this town forevermore. You have made our township very proud today. We hope you continue to match up to our hopes in the quest which we have for you. As my kinsmen have mentioned, there's a foul beast dwelling in the caves on the northernmost isle. We ask that you lead our militia against this brute and return with the beast's head as proof of your heroism. My guards have secured a foothold within the easternmost caves. We have not seen Jasso's militia yet, but some of my scouts have reported hearing distant fighting in the tunnels. I shall make my way over to them now, so we may defeat this foul troll king. You should head to the easternmost end of the northern isle. You don't want to run into Jasso's troops now. Alright. This is the point where we need to go and actually do the raid. So for that we're going to need not a lot of these other things. That's not even how that works. No, don't drop the stuff. Seems like it's only that. It might be like more of a it's a destroy option on the silly jester. Think we can put this in the house or something? Don't need to. Since it doesn't even have stats, we can always just get it back from the crate. There's nothing the king could do to stop us from wandering into his throne room and just taking all the things we want anyways, so we'll make it work. Alright, we're going to fill out the rest of this with sharks. Drop a harpoon, we need the harpoon. Take the harpoon. Probably just fish. We could fish in Roleka if it's off the same pier. Or just fish in Janso, bring it over to the fire here. I think in Roleka the fish and then the fire in the main hall here. Probably an easier way to do it. Fill up on shark. And then we are off to the trolls. While we run past all the trolls here, we can talk about their drops, I guess. There's a few different kinds of trolls here, but in general, yeah, very similar drop tables. Got stuff like herbs, seeds, various salvages, granite, shield, raw sharks, balls of wool noted, which is interesting, a couple runes, nothing super crazy. I'm gonna make a run past here, all our defenses on, Trying to take less damage as we make our way through here. There really are quite a few trolls up here. It's definitely quite the place. As we running past them all. Making it over to the eastern cave entrance here. And, left, right, and left again. I'm lost. Best I head towards the sound of fighting. That's a reasonable place to go. Hold your ground, men. The champion has better arrive soon. We can't wait much longer. He will be here soon. The burger trusts him. That's good enough for me. Champion right here has arrived. I knew he wouldn't let us down. It was a hard journey here. Trust you all made it intact. A little bruised, but nothing a true Fremennik can't handle. Well said. Our supplies are starting to run a little low. We should make our charge soon. Okay. Once you've helped to slay 10 trolls, then you should be able to assault the Troll King. Hold back the troll forces while you cross the bridge to the south of the cave. I'll find the Troll King there, correct? Yes, sir. I have some supplies with me if you need them, but I only have a small amount left. We took a heavy toll getting here. The fact you've saved any at all proves your bravery. Thank you, sir. We have food, strength potions, and prayer potions to see us through this battle. A fine tale we will tell once you have claimed the beast's head. Men, follow Rakir's orders. Ready, men? Aye, champion. Aye, sir. Warriors, advance. Here we go. Charge. It is the guards versus the ice trolls. We're also here. I'm gonna go run in here and pop some ice troll runts. We'll also getting attacked. Getting attacked by the throwers, which is not great for us. But with our lack of the shield currently on. It's ice troll females that attack with the rocks. Get rid of them quickly here. Run back around. Try to lose aggro here. And see if we can't make use of the supplies that they're offering here. Request supplies from Bork Sigmundson. Give me food, Bork. And that is some tuna. It's definitely something. Please don't stop attacking me. And walk here. We're making supply boxes here. Request supplies. Strength potions. Oh my goodness. Strength potions. What's up with that? Stop attacking. Rude. Get rid of you. And you can also die. Eating the tuna first. It's a lot worse than our sharks. We got a strength potion though, so that's fun. We definitely don't need more than like one strength potion though. That's okay. I'll pick up my sharks and stuff here. Eat this, eat that. Drop a shark, pick up another shark. Drop a few sharks here to get the last of the supplies. Prayer potions. Alright. And prayer potions here. We can change the amounts to pick up more food and space here. We got a strength potion. We're not going to need this many prayer potions. But, yeah, we can make this work. Back out into the fray. Using our Dragon Halberds specs. Technically it hits multiple enemies now, which is pretty cool. That is all the supplies they're going to be able to give us here. So, we'll make do. Deal with the astral male here. Got one shark left in reserve, which I'm going to pick up now. And keep on taking out. The trolls are more of a problem for us. Technically we could swap on the shield or something. Not really necessary. And also get them to aggro more of the trolls for us. They seem to be more aggressive on us, unfortunately. We're going to take a little bit more damage here. We need to kill 10 trolls. If we attack the trolls that are already kind of dead here. That also helps quite a bit. Perhaps having aggro on is not the best strategy. Defeated enough trolls to attack the king. Let's go. Running past the rest of the trolls. Drinking our potions. Being ready for the final fight. We cross the bridge into the Ice Troll King's lair, where we attack. He's got all styles of combat. We've got a halberd. So we can technically be out of melee distance here, which we might actually want to not do. If he attacks with melee, it'll bounce slightly off the armor, in theory. Protecting from range because we're not wielding the shield. Then he also has magic, which is a bit of a stun, which is not ideal. Not generally what you want. Keep nice and high health here. And beat him down. Another stun. Can't even eat while stunned. That's not safe. And down goes the Troll King. Decapitate him with our halberd or something. Just rip it off with our brute strength. That's how we roll. Okay. And now we just need to get this back to town. We'll do that with running through here. The second part of the troll caves are less safe because there's not all of the guards protecting us. We're just gonna keep our health nice and high here while we run out by climbing up this pillar. Okay. And we are out. Doesn't mean we're safe yet though, because there's still all these guys here. Need to continue leaving. Nice to have some prayer potions. If we really wanted to, we could save those for other activities. We don't really worry about that though. Okay. Run past more trolls. Just keep running. Keep the health nice and high. All works out. Make it back to the safer islands here. Continue down further. We return. Successful. Very cool. The rest of this prayer pot. We'll keep the traditional armor on here. We've succeeded. Okay. Monis Burgar. How you doing? Return victorious, Monis Burgar. Hail, champion of Neatsnot. Offer the beast's head as proof that I have completed your task, sir. I thank you for bringing me this trophy, Rakir. You have done much to bring honor to the Isle. You hold aloft the Troll King's head. My thanks for the honor you have bestowed upon me, Monis Burgar. Hand the Troll King's head to Monis Burgar. As a mark of my gratitude for slaying my nemesis, the foul Troll King, I offer you my helm. Burger hands you his crown. You choose melee combat skill to advance by 10,000 XP. Defense. Defense XP, and another one for more defense XP. Thank you for presenting me with such a finely crafted helm, sir. Makes me proud to know that the helm of my ancestors will be worn in battle. I thank you on behalf of all my kinsmen, Rakir. Praise be to our brave champion. Hail, Champion Rakir. Thakran, I believe you have finished preparing our remaining bridge. That I have, sir. Should be able to mine Runite. Dracula doesn't exist yet. That was switched later. Once again. Now that I've repaired the northeastern bridge. Ah, so that's how we compete with the mineral wealth of Jagex. Indeed, the wealth of these islands may not be spread evenly, but we certainly make the most of what we have. I look forward to any other tasks you may have for me in the future. Herger Bogar. My next task is to make peace with the King of Jagex. I do not think I can help you with that, sire. I don't think King Sword is speaking with me anymore. Ah, I see you too have angered King Sorbat IV. Not to worry, I have my ways of pacifying the king. Fare thee well, my champion. Fare thee well. Fare thee well. Fare thee well, kinsman of Neatsnot. Quest complete. 1 quest point. 5,000 construction XP. 5,000 crafting XP. 10,000 woodcutting XP. 10,000 XP times 2 in defense we chose. 14,000 coins from our various rewards during the quest. The Helm of Neatsnot, access to Arctic Pine, mining sites, Neazan Jatso, yak hide armor, and the contraband yak produce shop on Jatso. Okay. So, the Helm of Neatsnot. At the time, a very, very good reward. Unfortunately, it has not aged well with evolution combat and all that. Instead of being an upgrade on the Berserker Helm, it's now an upgrade on the Warrior Helm, where it gives no additional damage, but it does give some prayer. So, damage is much more useful here, though. Also, we wouldn't be able to store it in the house, so meh. Helm of Neatsnot. Really cool. No longer good. Really surprised they have not turned this into power armor. Whatever. Should be at least as good as Rock Shell. Even better, really. Let's go see this contraband yak shop over in Jettison, because that's now a thing. They were talking earlier about how they aren't allowed to have yak here, but we can make it happen. Or specifically, Venliga Gastrofite can make it happen. Into the dining hall here, where we can talk to them. Hello, Venliga. Oh, hello, here, Rock Crusher. Always good to see a friend. I suppose I can trust you, since you've done me a favor in the past. We paid her taxes. Can you keep a secret? Of course. Well, as you probably already know, all yak meat and yak products are banned on this island. Orders of the king. The king has some very strange attitudes. Well, I have a contact on the other island. Are you interested in obtaining some produce? Yes, please. The yak shop. They sell yak hide, yak meat, yak hair. No longer cured yak hide, but they don't have yak hide packs. Once mass yak hide is more useful. Yeah, a yak store. Wild stuff. Go chat with the king. See how he feels about us. What are you doing in my court? Guards! I've come to inform you that you may recall your guards. The troll king was slain by my hand. Preposterous! Lies! I tell you, lies! Yes, your majesty. Of course, your majesty. Guards! Guards! Guards? Where are your guards? Oh, are they still recovering from their defeat against the trolls? Outlander, leave me in peace before I am forced to bear arms against you myself. Very well, your highness. I leave you to contemplate this. Should you have approached me honestly and truthfully, rather with lies and secrecy, then it could have been you holding the head of the Troll King aloft today. Be gone with you. I've heard enough of your insults for one day. I'll be back tomorrow for more insults. Oh, yeah. Here, you killed the Troll King. Thank you for that. However, I'm afraid I can't really talk to you anymore. The king would be unhappy. Good luck with dealing with the king. You'll need it. Indeed. Indeed. See, that was what he was saying at the end of this conversation. Anyways. Be gone. Thanks, Reiki Rock Crusher. You're the first person to stand up to the king's bullying in many a year. Maybe he has learnt something today. We can but hope, Thorkel. Fare thee well, brave warrior. Fare thee well. Useless, disloyal cat. Ah, we missed a cat dialogue. Well, we couldn't have held on to the amulet. We needed that for... We needed the space for living. Much more important. Also, it's going to alch this for 30,000 coins. But yeah. Very cool place. Our main reward is the mithril and coal mine here, which is going to be fantastic for smithing training. We're not going to worry about that right now. For now, it's back to the desert for a few more hours of thieving to get a level, and then more updates. Next time. Goodbye.